Hey you guys, happy Friday. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Two things. One, I just realized I didn't have my headphones in, so I hope you guys can hear me okay. And sorry, I'm just like all over the place right now. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are having an amazing week. Next week I'm going to be at a conference all week, so my live streams are going to be a little chopped up, hopefully to go live around lunchtime while I'm at the conference. But I'm going to be in Nashville, Tennessee. So if any of you guys are in Nashville, I don't know, maybe we can get drinks or dinner or something like that. Who knows? I want to meet some of you guys in person. So the question of the day today is how do I feel? I wish there was a way that I could see the question while I'm on live, because this question's super long. So I kind of wrote it down on my typical note. I got this free at another conference. Just like a little piece of paper so I don't forget, because squirrel brain. So the question of the day today is, how do I feel more confident in myself? So this person focus on, like, they spend too much time focusing on likes. They want to give organic and genuine content, and they're not posting because they become too critical on themselves. And I love this question, and I want to go live on it again because I feel like a lot of us can relate to it, even myself. I did a live stream when I was in Miami, and I was, I was walking around Miami. It was beautiful outside. I was in a park and it was super windy. And I was like, I told my followers that, or the people in this group, that I would do a live stream by the palm trees, because here I am. It's freezing here. Always in my car. I wanted to make it pretty in the background. So I was like, let me walk to a park. So I walked to a park and I'm walking around, and as I'm kind of just like walking, people down there stare a lot. I don't know why. It's just like, that's what they do. So I was already feeling like not confident in myself, because the last thing I wanted to do was like draw more attention to myself by holding a phone like up to my face and like looking like I'm like taking a selfie or something. Because I swear, when people walk by me while I'm in the car, I guarantee you that's what they're thinking, because they always, you guys can't see, but people always stare at me while I'm on these live streams. But anyways, I got a question when I was in Miami, and it was like, how to be more confident. And I was like, you know what? I had two choices here. I could not do the live stream because I wasn't feeling confident, and then I wasn't going to be able to help other people, or I could just show up, and worst case scenario, I could like stop the live stream halfway and be like, I'm too scared. Like, people are gonna I don't even know what people are gonna do, right? And then just like stop the live stream. But I was like, as I was replaying what actually might have happened in my head, like what I just said, like, okay, worst case scenario, do a selfie. More people stare at me. Like, some people like come up to me and be like, what are you doing? You're so weird, like da da da, which like didn't happen at all, right? I feel like a lot of the times we are so critical on ourselves because we replay these false scenarios in our head that actually never happen, right? If you guys do that, let me know in the comments, because I do that all the time. But one thing that really helps me gain confidence and like to just show up is that, like, actually going through mentally in your head what you're like kind of sort of picturing in your mind, right? So what I mean by that is when I was in Miami, I was in the park. I wanted to do a live stream in the park because it was beautiful, palm trees, beach, etc., right? Instead of like a car where I'm all bundled up and cold. And I was like, I wanted to do a live stream on confidence because in that moment I was lacking it. I was walking around the park. I was like scared to take my phone out because there were so many people around. So many people were just like looking at me, and I was by myself. So I felt really awkward and uncomfortable. And the last thing that I wanted to do was pull my phone out and do a live stream. But I was like, that's so funny that it just so happened on that day that the question of the day was how to like be more confident on camera, how to get confidence in front of live streams. And my best tip for building confidence is to simply just do whatever you're scared to do. And I don't know if that sounds like cliche or whatever, but it really, really works. So every single time that I was like scared to do something. So for example, I'm going to a conference next week, and there's this extra session before the conference where you can be surrounded by like multi-millionaire people, like discussing like online sales funnels and all this amazing stuff. And I was like scared to sign up for it because I'm just like starting out. It's like a new journey that I'm taking in my business. And I was like, all these people know so much more than me on online business that I'm gonna look like a little like dweeb or whatever, because I don't have it set out perfectly like they do. And then I realized to myself, I was like, why am I hindering my own success? Because I'm not allowing myself to grow into this opportunity, right? So the same thing can be applied to social media. So a lot of us won't start a new opportunity because we're scared of what might happen. When in most of the time, the more you publish content online, the more your brand and your name and your story is just going to be known, right? So we always think of, like, our safety blanket is doing what everybody else is doing. It's being like everybody else because we see that every single day. So it's like, oh, if that person's doing it, then I should do it. When in reality, in order to stand out, you need to be yourself, which is completely different the majority of the time than what everybody else is doing, right? So again, for example, my car rants, like, this wasn't anything I had planned. This wasn't like, I wasn't not doing this because somebody else did it. I'm just doing it because I'm literally, like, my gym is like, if you see this street right here, like, my gym is down that street, but that way. And I got a really good spot today, actually. And I just waited in my car for my class. And I was like, you know what? I want to start showing up more consistently on live streams in my Facebook group because that's what I love doing. I love going on lives. I love when you guys ask me questions. So if you have any questions about confidence, let me know in the comments. And, sorry, I just swiped the comments by accident. What I realized was when I was holding my own success back because I thought that live streams had to be like this big ordeal. I thought that I had to be like positioned perfectly in front of a computer or a camera. I thought I had to like share it to 500,000 Facebook groups in order to get my point across. When in reality, that's farther from the truth, right? Best known beats best. So it's better to show up consistently than it is to worry about the little minuscule details that no one really cares about. Like maybe like we care about way more than anyone even notices. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not going to stop the live stream because there's people walking in the back of my live stream, right? And you guys probably didn't even notice that because you were watching me. So there's things that I totally understand because trust me, this is me every single day. And I think confidence is also, it's like a muscle. You have to practice it. And another thing that helps me too to gain confidence is I follow really like uplifting accounts on Instagram since I'm on it all the time. And I realized that a lot of those meme accounts, like a lot of them are just like, you know, they like they're like enforcing like laziness and like bad habits upon you just by what they're saying. So if you start following more uplifting motivational accounts on Instagram, that'll actually help you build confidence because whatever you read is what instills into your mind, right? So if you're consistently reading like I'm fucking awesome and I'm gonna like take over the world, like on your Instagram, like that's what you're gonna start thinking. And then you're gonna start doing those actions because your thoughts lead to your actions, right? So how to feel more confident in yourself, you simply just have to start doing what you're scared to do. And I know that sounds scary and it's going to be scary, but the only reason why it's scary is because you made up these false situations in your mind to believe that that's actually reality when it's not. Okay? So for example, like we always want to picture like worst case scenario for ourselves. We always want to picture like, oh my God, if I start this, then all these possible things could happen instead of focusing on the couple things that are really freaking amazing, where it's like, oh my God, if I start this, I could start growing my tribe faster. Oh my God, if I start this, like more people can hear my message. If I start this, I can change a lot more people's lives, right? So make sure that when you start something new, or if you're just like, you know, have that confidence, right, which I get all the time. It's not something that like, you know, you get once a day. Once you get once, like you have it forever. It's like ups and downs, right? It's like a roller coaster. So if you want to feel more confident in yourself, you just have to like you have to get like that 5 seconds where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna press the live stream button and see what happens. Worst case scenario, you delete it and you press finish. I'm looking at the finish button now. Like that's what I could do. I could be like, oh my God, I hate this, and press finish and then just delete it, right? And it's not embarrassing. And if it is embarrassing, you're only going to feel it for like, you know, half a day and then it's over and then you're going to forget about it. So, but another thing that I wanted to point out, I have the question written on this piece of paper. And if this person, like, they focus on likes too much, but they also want to give organic and genuine content. And that's what you actually should be focusing on. You should be focusing on giving organic and genuine content consistently over the likes, because likes and number of likes, number of followers, number of comments, that should only really be used for your analytics to realize like what content resonated best with your following. You should never look at it as if like, oh, that was better than this one, right? Because it could have been the time you posted. It could have been the colors you chose. It literally could have been, there's so many other variables besides you that come into the picture when it comes to how many likes, comments, follows that you get on a certain picture or piece of content that you push out there. So if you keep your focus on giving value consistently every single day to the people that want to see it, the people that are already following you, then you won't be so hypercritical about what doesn't matter, which is the vanity metrics, which is, you know, follow unfollow game, likes, comments, shares, etc., etc. So yeah, that's really all that I have to say for today. So if you guys loved, I'm gonna go back in the comments because I haven't read any yet. If you guys are watching now or watching the replay, say hey and let me know if you guys struggle with this, or if you don't. If you guys have any confidence tips that I might have not thought of, drop them in the comments, because I know a lot of people watch these live streams and they read the comments, so you guys can also help out as well. Hi Casey, hi Adolfo, how are you guys? Adolfo says show up and show out. Yep. And he also says do something you're afraid to do every day until you aren't scared anymore. And that's exactly that. When I first started doing live streams, I was like scared shitless. Like I was like, oh my, like my voice got all raspy, like I was so hot, like I was getting all flustered, and it was crazy because I realized also with the consistency of my live streams, I don't feel that way anymore because I keep doing it. I'm exercising that muscle. It's like, okay, this isn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. This isn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. It's actually really fun getting to talk with you guys and watch you guys like comment with me and join me live and ask me questions. Like that's what I encourage and that's what I want, because that makes it easier for me, because I feel like I'm like talking to somebody instead of, you know, staring at myself. But it's one of those things where it's like, it's always scary for everyone. When anyone starts like riding a bike, like you're going to fail, and that's okay. You just have to allow yourself to fail. But once you start getting it, that's when you start building the confidence, right? You only get the confidence after you start doing it. I can tell you this live stream, if you compare this live stream to the first live stream that I ever did, it's like not even the same person. I'm not even kidding you. I want you guys to go back and look at that. It's on my Facebook page, Kylie Francis Social. So yeah, that's really all that I have to say for today. Next week I'm going to be at a conference all week, so I'm going to try to go live, but it might be like different times. So just to wrap it up, how to feel more confident in yourself, you need to simply practice the thing that you're scared to do. And it's going to be scary. It's going to be hard. You're not going to want to do it. You're going to want to quit, but you're going to want to stop. But I feel like if your intention is to help and serve other people so they can live better lives, and you constantly remind yourself of that, and like that's your intention before you push like submit or start live stream, you will feel so much better about yourself after you finish it. And it will also it will also turn out so much better than if your intention is, oh my God, I wonder how many people are, whoa, got like ghost face for a second. Just like that, like stuff happens, right? If your intention is like, oh my God, I wonder how many people are going to show up live. Is anyone going to show up live? Like, am I going to get any comments? Is anyone ever going to see this live stream ever in their life? And at the end of the day, it's like, you're either going to help other people or you're going to help yourself. Because if it's your first live stream and no one watches the video, then you did your first live stream. Like, congratulations, that's amazing. Whereas like, if no one watches it, then it doesn't matter. And I guarantee you, at least one person's gonna watch it. And that means one person is waiting for you to show up because they care about what you have to say. Adolfo says, I didn't feel super confident at the 10X surrounded by so many successful people. I know that feeling. That's exactly how I felt. When I was at that 10X conference, is a conference by Grant Cardone, and there were so many successful people there. And it's super intimidating when you get around people that are, you know, more successful than you or have been doing it longer. But it's just an opportunity for yourself to grow because you see the potential that you have in yourself. So, and that's how I view live streams. It's like the more I do it, the more I see my potential of how much I was like discrediting what I was actually good at. And Adolfo does claps. Thank you. Okay, guys. So I'm not going to go on like a 500-hour long live stream. So I'm going to turn up the tunes. Okay. And yeah, I think I might go live tomorrow because like I said, I'm going to be at a conference all week next week. So I don't know how long I'm going to be on, how many times I'm going to go live. So, yeah, if you guys love this live stream, let me know in the comments. And I hope you guys have an amazing Friday. So I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.